Today we're going to make this cute and easy handprint pumpkin craft. So here is the craft we are making. To do so, we are going to need some supplies. So you're going to need some scissors. I have a black marker, but you could use a crayon or a pencil crayon, a pencil, some glue, and you're going to need some paper. Here I have white for the eyes. I have a little bit of brown for the stem, some green, and some orange. So go ahead, grab what you need, and we'll get started. Once you have your materials, the first thing you're going to do is take your orange. So your orange is going to be your pumpkin, and you are going to be tracing your hand. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, and I'm going to put my hand somewhere on my page. I like to put it on the side of my page so I don't waste this piece of paper. I can use this for something else. You can either use your own hand or someone else's hand. You can have someone help you with this. Put your hand down, grab your pencil, and just with your pencil, you're going to gently trace your hand. Now, when you're tracing, you don't have to go too close to your fingers. All you're doing is going kind of around your fingers so that it's making a shape that's almost like a big long oval, like the size of your, or the shape of your fingers, but you're not going into every little crevice of your fingers. So you go all the way around your hand, and when you get to the bottom, here I'm just going to join it together here. So there is my hand. Once you have your hand traced, you are going to cut it out. Now we have our hand traced. I'm just going to turn it like this so that it's kind of upside down, and I am going to take my white piece of paper. With my white piece of paper, I'm going to draw my eyes. To do that, I'm going to fold it. By folding it, I can draw and cut once, and I will end up with two eyes. So I've folded my piece of paper over, I'm taking my pencil, and I'm going to draw a circle. Now this is going to be the size of my eye. If you want bigger eyes, draw a bigger circle. If you want oval eyes, you can draw an oval shape. It's completely up to you, but you want to make sure that when you're done, you end up with two eyes. So because remember I folded it, they are going to be congruent. Same shape, same size. There they are. So there's my eyes. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to put those to the side. I'm going to take my brown piece of paper, and I'm just going to draw the little stem for my pumpkin. So I like to start at the bottom and draw a line up, hop over a little bit and draw a line up. And then the top, you can kind of be creative. You could just draw a line across, but I like to kind of curve on one side and then the other side, make a bigger kind of dent over here. So I'm like curving here, it's a small curve, and over here's a much bigger curve, just so that it's not symmetrical. But you do whatever you would like, and then you're going to cut it out. There's no right or wrong for this. All of the stems on a pumpkin are going to look a little bit different. So you can just create one, and if you don't like what you've created, you can also just recreate it. So there we go. There, see? I think I like that. Then what I'm going to do is put that to the side, and I am going to take my green piece of paper. Now with my green piece of paper, here mine is fairly small, so it doesn't really matter what size you have. It should work, but what you want to do is cut a strip of it first before I kind of ruin my piece of paper when I fold it. I'm going to fold it over and make some leaves, but I want some strips right now. Wah! So here I just cut a strip, and then I'm going to cut another strip. If your strips are too long, you can always cut them shorter, so it's not a problem. Then with this extra piece, I'm going to fold it in half. So now that I'm folding it in half, I'm going to create my leaves. Now the reason I folded it in half is I'm going to make two leaves. If you don't want to make two, you don't have to fold it in half. And I'm just going to draw a leaf. To do that, I go to one side and I just draw a line. I jump over and draw another line. Then I go back to that first line, and I'm going to come up into a tip, and then back to my line the other way. Once I have a leaf, I'm going to cut it out. Now your leaf doesn't have to look exactly like this either. Leaves are all looking very different and there's no right or wrong. You can create the leaf in whatever kind of shape you would like. Once you cut that out, you are ready to start to assemble everything. So when I'm assembling, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to take my little eyes and I'm going to glue those down. So there's one eye and here's the other eye. Put those side by side. I'm going to take my little stem, put a little bit of glue on the flat part, put that in behind. I am going to take my leaf and glue that on. And you can put one on one side, one on the other if you want. You can put them both on one side. Oop, I have some glue on my fingers there. It's completely up to you. I think I'll put one on one side and one on the other for this one. There we go. You can see I'm just sticking them all coming from the back. Then remember these little strips that we created? You can take your pencil and just gently roll, 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 roll. Roll, 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 roll. And there you go. You have your little vine. Unroll. And it's a little curled vine. You can also do it with your scissors, but just be careful. You want to keep your scissors closed. And then you can put your finger down and gently pull, pull, pull. If you pull too hard, you're going to rip the page, and you definitely don't want to put your fingers on your scissors when they're open because you will cut yourself. So just be very, very careful. And if that's pretty tricky, just go back and do it with your pencil, or you can always get someone to help you. Put a little bit of glue on one end, and then you can glue it. Once again, I'm gluing mine in behind. There's no right or wrong. I can glue one on one side, one on the other. I could glue both on one side. Get to be creative. Put a little glue on this one. I'm going to glue it from over here. So I'm going to take my black marker. You can use a crayon or a pencil crayon, and I am going to draw a circle in the middle and color it in on one eye and then the other eye. And then what I'm going to do is draw my smile. Do a wiggly smile or a straight smile, completely up to you. And there we go. I have my cute handprint pumpkin. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.